version of Blender is. Or I really feel, or no, not just this version, even going all the way back into the 2.7s and stuff, 2.6 and stuff. So, which is a great thing because Max is this very solid system. So it just makes all of a sudden it'll free you up instead of being like stuck on Blender shortcuts, let's say, which I don't use at all. I use my own. So everybody knows I have a Lightwave Moto system based shortcut key set that I use on everything all the way up to Softimage before they decide to can it. And that makes life easier as far as from a creative standpoint. So, but once again, when things fall apart, then you can then the interface all of a sudden becomes your best friend. And that's a good thing. All right, so yeah, this is going into the direction I wanted to. And I'll just put because it breaks the silhouette yet again. It's like a mounted, this one is like these are actually like, not necessarily guns, but they're like probes or sensors. With my mechs and stuff, I don't even know. I'm looking around at my paintings right now, and I don't even really, only on a heavy mech I have here do I actually have what I suggest are weapons. Almost everything is antennas and stuff like that. Generally, in military stuff, like you'll see like one gun. Like if you see a tank has all these antennas and all that stuff like that, and then it's got one giant barrel on it, kind of a thing, right? I'm more interested in all that, all the other stuff, and then the gun or the weaponry itself becomes, to me, would be secondary. It's secondary, and a lot of these, and there's a lot of devices, a lot of things mechanical things that exist that have nothing to do with a mounted weapon on it, but yet they serve a larger, and they serve a critical purpose. So that's how I kind of view it. So that's why I know, if you look at any of my art online or anything like that, you'll see that it's not about like, oh, let's make a big gun, let's make a BFG, and all that type of thing. So when I do a weapon, it's going to be with purpose. This particular guy, he has a whole bunch of stuff. It can be interpreted maybe as some type of weapon system, but it's a system. That's the main thing. It's a system. It is a system. All right, let's grab this guy here. And let's make him into, this is going to be a cylinder based. And it's a cone. Yeah, let's go with cat cone. Yep. And let's bring that down. I know there's a uniform scale, but something, even though I just set up the shortcut keys, something's like, don't do that. Don't go to the shortcut key. Just grab the daggone GUI and go, man. That's what my brain is saying. It's like, do not grab the shortcut key. So, even though I just set it up, you saw it just a few minutes in the video, you saw me set it up. You saw me the Wrangler, the Conjure Wrangler, which is great. But my artistic side is like, don't you dare click spacebar. Just grab the thing and go. So that's exactly what I'm doing. You have to understand. I come from a world where, pre-digital world, where if I was commissioned to do this maquette for, whether it be for anything. It could have been for a science fair or any type of thing, or engineering thing or concept thing, whatever. And if it was real maquette, is a real maquette type of thing. That outside of some sculpty clay and and wire armature stuff, there's not many more tools. There's not many. There's not many more. I mean, you may have a couple of little small tools to do some particular types of carvings or whatever it is, but that's it. There is no space bar. There is no none of that. So it's not a limitation either. It's just you. That's about as direct as you can get in the creative process, outside of like painting with your hands and stuff, right? Um, and it's questionable when you find you have to do more than that just to create some art. so so art shouldn't be like, oh, I gotta click here, click there, click here, click there. That's hilarious. um so anyway, let me tighten up that transition, right? So at least we're not just going crazy here. Let's make a standard. Did I say 0.5 before? 0.5? That's not a standard. That's 0.5, maybe fine up there. 0.25. Let's go with that. That's a little bit tighter. Okay, so we can at least see. All right, and then from here, this is just the structure that's underneath there. This part here is gonna be cut, but I just want to put it down there since it brings the, once again, it brings the silhouette. Let's truncate it. Oh, okay, we can go with that. I'll go with that extra lip, which means let's go with a 0.1. I don't want to look like it's a separate piece. This particularly, I don't want it to look like a separate piece. So, too early for that type of thing, there, dude. Don't do that. We go back to 0.25. All right, we'll go here, and then let's turn off. No, the bevel's helping me right there. All right, we'll come back to that. But let's just go, because I have that as a starter. Shorter, put it in here, and then let's go with our Shift D, boom, and let's grab another one, and this is going to be, let's spin it. We can put somebody in between it. That's fine. Mirror tool. Let's go 360. Sorry, I'm just making it simple. All right, and it's going to be Shift D again. And this is going to be our cylinder. This is real simple stuff. But with SDF, it's not about the simplicity. It's about how the simplicity interacts with each other. That's what SDF is all about, the interaction. And we can turn the bevel off on him. Yep. Yep. He can have his bevel brought. There you go. Was that 0.08? And let's go 0.08 on him too. There you go. Like a reminder that, hey, this, when I come back to it, is, hey, this area should have this type of thing. But this guy, I think I made my cylinder too long anyway, but because it's just going to be like here. Right, and then we gotta, I'll put down this mounted thing. That is that, another cylinder and a trapezoid. That, yeah. Let me save this. Good, we're saving good today. Another cylinder and a trapezoid. So here we go. That'll work. This is the reason why. Okay, so why cylinder? This is a it's not a ball socket rotation. It could be considered a ball socket rotation. Maybe I will switch that to. Yeah, now that I said that, let's switch it to sphere. Yeah, even though you can't see it, we'll bring this down some. There you go. It's a rotation point. Reduce. Okay, there you go. Right, see, it still comes across as cylindrical, but it's a rotation point. The rotation, if you want to be accurate, the rotation is right there, but it sits further in, like here. It really sits into it. So technically, I could then say, hey, let's go to, this is where the flip blending comes in when it comes to rotators, is clicko. And that's beautiful. Now, why is the flip blending not affecting this guy? Huh? Why not? Well, it will in that way. I don't want it in that way. All right, dude, you are flip blending. Let me make sure that you're not unnest. Oh, I don't have my little thing, so yeah. Unnest is red. All right, unnest. There you go. So once again, because I do a lot of duplicating from other objects, so they're nesting and all that stuff like that stays with them. Then I'm always in a position of, hey, why is that not doing that? Doing what's supposed to. And then let's just increase its strength. Right, nothing huge, but like right there. Right, so there's like an indentation for right now. So back to what I was saying. That, and there's, come on, hold on, give it some time to think. Oh, let me click on somebody else then. Gee whiz. Here you go. So that's the ball socket, right? Of this hanging piece here. Does it hang that low? No, it does not. So let's bring it up a little bit. It doesn't hang that low. And the reason why it doesn't is because of this guy. Okay. We'll machine all that in like one big unit. And then let's grab these guys and bring them up. Have them join the party. Yep. Okay. And let's go back down to him. And what's he doing? That's not so nice. He's not playing well with my guy here. But all I needed was this cylinder. Then it goes cylinder to a trapezoid. And then I'll show you what it actually turns into. And then let's just unnest him. Make sure that he's not doing anything weird. Okay, Shift D him. All right. Oh, no, we're not making any type of corduroid or truncated kind of shape thing. But this is going to go back to, and I don't want to do a copy. I could have copied him, just brought him down, but we're just going to use another trapezoid from here. Okay, I'll go with you, trapezoid. Okay, let's just make sure, and he's unnested, right? Good. So this becomes, yeah, I'm right on schedule. This becomes this belly part. What is his deal? Okay. That's and point oh point one. There you go. Anyway, so this becomes the belly part. And once I get it all in there. Like so. Right. Yep. And I'll cut it later. Yeah, I'll cut it later. And from there's gonna be like a needle. I'll just grab him for right now. Hey, can I grab you? Oh, no. Yeah, I'll grab you. Shift D. I'll grab the cutter. And then I have to change the I'll have to grab it. Hello. Oh, let's put on the center line. Here you go. It doesn't actually go in here. There's another it's actually gonna go, well, I can just start the mount for it. This will be the mount. No, dude. Can we get a, there you go. That's what I wanted. And because I'm working at this crazy scale and we don't want to on a solidify, and let's bring the bevel down to something more reasonable. And you know, the quality is gonna be low too because of the ray scaling there, right? The setting I made. This goes in here like here. Matter of fact, it should overlap. Yeah, it's gonna overlap. Technically, it should be cutting all in there. So maybe I'll throw in some other geometry that's going to do that for us. Let's unnest them first off. There you go. All right. So he's doing that. And let me just do a round weld on him. Yeah. We'll just keep it simple. 0.5? No. 0.1. Yeah, we'll just keep it simple and come back. Because I don't want to, once again, I don't want to put in fillets and stuff. And it could just like start to go into a detailed mode. And we're not doing detail right now. Okay. That's cool. So this is the base for that protrusion. And I'll, since we're here, save. Let me just get my save going on. It's only because I'm saving to a Dropbox. So. There you go. I'll figure out what it is. All right, maybe I have to deselect stuff. Who knows? Who knows? But from here, who are you? What are you? We're still in belly. From here, Shift D. Put that in there like that. Needle it up. There you go. Reduce that strength on that transition 0.05. Yeah. 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 And once again, the scale thing is what's doing it. Yeah. So this begins it, right? This begins what's down here. It actually doesn't intersect there as I see. Let's go here. This goes up into the roller. The roller needs to be centered. Hello. Where are you? Okay, I can get used to the outliner being right here. All right. I know everything that I'm creating is always cascading downwards, easy to grab. All right. Some things I don't care about hiding, like that's the overall, that's the mech head guy up here. We just leave him alone for right now. Well, let's go ahead. It may cause me problems later on because I'll forget that I turned off its selectability. Right. So that may cause a problem because I'm going to be going through here like, how come I can't select the mech head? So let's not do that. So let's not do that. Let's turn those off. But that's only supposed to be for groups. All right, but we'll go here and let's size this out. Yeah, so it's on a roller. So it's on a roller, and then it can go 360 laterally or horizontally here. So this controls pitch, bank, and this pitch, bank. It can still go left, right. Pitch, bank, left, right, but this particular, I don't know, is this a roller? This doesn't have to pivot. If it did, it would only be on for lateral or horizontal movement. I was thinking like a tank type of turret turning, but if you flip this upside down like this, then you get the point. Then you realize, oh, you know what? We could either have it like this is all like this roller is for, the roller is for pitch and bank, and then this section here is actually which will do the once again the horizontal rotation instead of forcing the pitch and bank to do that. I mean, instead of forcing the roller to have to deal with that as well. So we'll break it up into that. We'll keep that in mind, and how I will remind myself is let's just tighten up on that transition so that I know that this is going to be somewhat separate. Okay, yeah, we'll just tighten it. So now it has a logic. So I'm not just tightening it to make it look detailed. I'm trying to tell myself, hey, this is going to be eventually separate, which means it's going to be baked out separately too in the final bake and all that. Yeah. Hold on. As we go through the saving game. All right. All right, I changed up my directory saving structure, so hopefully I don't keep on getting that error, but I believe that error is just related directly towards Dropbox. Something about the timing of how the Blender file gets saved. It then will it'll generate a @ symbol before the blend temporarily, and when it does that, it breaks any ability for a script to do any type of incremental save for that very moment until that temporary file is removed, which goes away in like a matter of milliseconds or something, but obviously not fast enough. All right, so we have this this lower, we can call it turret for right now. This lower turret, and just to finish the thought, I'm just going to just add just one little piece. It's not a particularly like a cut. It's just as a matter of fact, as I always say, it's like a reminder to myself of different attributes that need to be added to these guys. So let me just, it's gonna be a cylinder shape. There you go. And it's actually sitting back like here. Let's stretch it out. Reduce it down. Bevel down a little bit. Actually, it's not the bevel that's the problem. That's good there. It's just the influence. Hey. Oh, I know why. Let's take it off of. Unnest it. All right. Now he's going to play better. Okay. Same thing for him. 0.01. Although we have, once again, we're set low, so. And good reminders. All right. Okay. All right. That'll work. Yeah, pretty much. That'll work for right now. And we're about to make our, now we're about to make our way quickly. Because that's basically like silhouette. How it breaks the silhouette and what I need to remember to come back into this area. And eventually it's going to sweep up. We're going to sweep up through here and block a lot of this stuff off, because these aren't the repeating shapes as much as they may appear now. And we're going to sweep back through there, but that doesn't happen until we go all the way down to the feet. But from here though, from this frontal area, I said that we're going straight to the back. So we're going to go straight to the back now. And it saved good. Yay. Let's start making our way to the back now. Yeah, that's pretty much of the silhouette here. There's other stuff that needs to be added and stuff like that, but we need to flesh out the back a little bit now. And this is the mech head. I did this last time too, right? I'm not going to put the mech head. Oh, this could be a new rule, because there's some core or base elements like the engine blocks, the mech head, whoever's the top of the hierarchical stack, whoever's the parent. I normally don't like to put them in my where'd it go? In my selections. Did I just lose them? Why is it not showing the way it's supposed to be showing? There you go. I've never seen it that truncated like that before. That's weird. I've just never seen it. I don't like putting them in here, because then I have to unlock the whole thing and stuff like that, instead of looking for cutters. So I'm going to make a little small rule. And well, first thing is, before I make that small rule, is I like to have my 2 buttons here. So, or them available to me. So I'll keep my little 2 buttons there. This is whenever I start a new session, obviously, as you see. But I do want to have the ability to lock them out but I don't want to be in this in my pseudo selections and stuff. That's too heavy. So we're just gonna we're only gonna do it for the parent, right? All this other stuff that's turned off and not whatever, that's all in pseudo. So we're only gonna use this for the parent. Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. All right. Okay. So new rule. Let's see how long I stick to it before I say, hey, creatively, I feel like doing this or blah, 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 blah. Let's do some refining. This is actually not you, guy. And are you, excuse me, are you also the head of something here? Let's lock him out too. So we're just dealing with this. We're just going to deal with our starboard engine sets stuff here, which of course is locked. Blah, blah, blah. And I don't want to do, could I? Because then I break my thing again. Oh, it's going to be way up there. And he's under, not mech head, but under engine. There you go. All right, that makes logical sense. All right, I'll just have this have to have this open, and that's engine block. Oh, so I'm glad so the parent should be listed here, mech head parent. All right, so that's their children that are in there. Okay, that's the logic behind that. This is not this shape. This is gonna be actually even cooler. This is gonna be a squishy ellipse, ellipsoid. All right, let me just get my bearings. Bearings. See, I don't like, I'm once again getting used to everything being on my right hand side. So ellipsoid. Well, the ellipsoid. Let's see if I can get this squishy. Because it's not this engine part. Well, there it is. This engine part is more like that, and it's not just like a cylindrical thing. This is his cutter, right? Right. Yeah. It's so I went with ellipsoid so I can do not you. So I can do this. There it is. All right. Actually, let's just take this guy out of the picture for right now. Let's just move him up. I know to go and click up here. That's fine. Right. Yep. It's more like this. It gets it welds into the body or gets somehow cut off. But it's not and it banks actually. It banks to the conforms to the curve as with this bank like that. Yep. And keep it on local, right? We're still on local, right? So yeah, that's cool. And then we drop it down. All right. Shorter than this. It angles inward like this. Angles up and down. There you go. And I think we're gonna go up one more time so that it tips into the body form. Yeah, like that. There's other things that it plugs into, but right now we're just having it blend, right? And it does not merge. So let's just go ahead and tell him to, let's get the mech back on, the mech body back online. So we can tell it to, is that mech head? We want it to, yeah, we want it to nest under mech head so we don't have any more Well, it's still going to deform there, right? Yeah. But we just have to sharpen up on this transition. But that way it won't cut when we have it do something else here, like tell it to fill it, or is it going to do everybody? No, because it's oh, because it's only doing here. All right. Okay, I'll actually unnest that. All right, we'll come back to the transitions. Well, we're not even actually technically we're not able to even dealing with transitions at this very moment, since all the other pieces that are rigged around this thing aren't even in place yet. Oh, and I definitely need to. It needs to definitely be unnested. There you go, because it'll run into the cutter for him. All right, let's rotate up more like that. There you go. Not too high. Just like this. Trying to stay true to the vision, like that. Have it go into this cubby section. Aim it up a little bit, stretch it out. Just, no, truncate it. Not truncated, but side, squish it in a little bit. All right, and it's a cylinders. It's actually him. So these guys, we're gonna get rid of these guys. Where are they at? Hello, hello. They can disappear. All right, because we're gonna wind up using his form to do the original cut, and then we'll bring somebody in for it, and then we'll actually use it again for the indentation, and then we'll cut this off and stuff like that. But let's just get that shape in. It always looks crazy in the beginning because it's literally like when we're drawing, obviously when you have limited shapes, not because of Conjure, but just the whole machining aspect. So you don't go straight to the complex. You start with the, it's based on an ellipsoid type shape, and then you keep on going. So anyway, we're going to go in Shift D. We're going to use this, use all of this guy here because he's right there. He's lined up, and it's going to tell me actually there's the cone's in. So the cone's in right past here. So this has nothing to do with anything else besides me trying to engineer this thing. Let's swing it out a little bit. Get rid of him. This is what you get when you build stuff that doesn't exist in the world. Here you go, here. And right out there. It's right there. Okay, I'll go with that. And use that. What am I going with? I'm going with this. I'm going to go with, it's actually a solidify. Blah, 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 blah. Have him do a cut like that. Yeah, buddy, 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 buddy. If I go solidify, maybe it's just, that's too much information, right? It's going to be a cut like that. So we don't need that, but we do need this, and we need to increase the depth of it. There you go. Not too much there, big boy. I mean, I could. Oh. So he's going to dent inward. I don't want that. So let's switch him over to, this is so cool, so I don't have to redo the process. Let's just switch our ellipsoid over to a cube so we get a clean cut just straight across the board. Yeah, come on, cube. Talk talk the talk. There you go. And let's walk the walk. There you go. Exactly. That's exactly what I needed. Let's, as you see, we're indenting here. So let's nest up. All right. And here. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's going exactly where I need it to go. A little too deep. We don't want to go too shallow, obviously, because we're going to be coming out. And then maybe we come back and fill it. No, yeah, maybe we will. But for right now, we keep it on rounded. And now, blah, 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 blah. We need to, it's going to be multiple of these guys. So when this has to actually have a separate selection, because unless I shorten it, this may be a good example of being frugal with your cutters, right? Because if it doesn't need, because I'm thinking, oh, I need to maybe put it in a selection set already and stuff, because I need to have another piece. But if I make it smaller like that, then save, yeah. Then I can go Shift D, make another one. Let's go out here, like right here, turn off, just make it a straight cut, like so. You already see where I'm going with it, right? And then we can go in here. Let's squish him up a little bit, being frugal with our size. So if it doesn't have to be that daggone thick, which is a problem. You see that when I'm working, I'll just leave something really big, and because I'm just flowing with the creative process. But I usually have to go back and and put into some kind of selection set or something like that, because it's like all up in the way, as they say. So then here we got this, and it's all based on this nice ellipsoid shape. Yay. I'm totally digging it. And then now let's yeah, I can go down further with it. And then let's pull this up a little bit. That. And then now let's go with our, why we were here to begin with, which is, oh, actually we're going to wind up using, yep, let's go with ellipsoid again, Shift D. Gotta like local. He's a cutter, better believe it. Okay, now let's use, because I need to uniform scale this. So I'm going to hit spacebar for my cutter. Oh boy. What was it for uniform? Oh, Alt S. There it is. Yeah, my uniform scale for this, because it has non-uniform scaling by default. And that's beautiful. Yeah, is it beautiful? Yeah. Like that. Just like that. Oh, stop. I need to come out that mode. T key. Thank you. Because all my rotation and all this stuff like that I'm doing, like this is all related to Gizmo Pro. And Gizmo Pro is all about T key. Now it's totally, this ellipsoid, I needed it because I needed it to match that exact arc and everything the same way everybody else is. But we need to flatten out inside there. So what we gonna do, boss? Let's we're gonna have to block it. We're gonna have to select him out. I'm breaking my rules already. I'm gonna break my rule. Let's do this. Shift D. Make another one. Block out the first one. I don't recommend this, what I'm doing right now, to anybody in the world. Because this will get hosed up in 2 seconds if I'm not paying attention. Cube them up. No. Yes. No. Cylindrical. How am I going to get that flat bottom piece? Cube them up. Cube them up. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, cube. Don't worry. Somewhere in here, there's logic. Let me see. That's not the logic. No. 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 Yeah. Oh, it may just. Oh. I'm thinking all complex about it. It's just this. I just need to flatten out that bottom, the base of that. So all I need to really do is just do this. Forgot, reblend everything. That's all I wanted. I know it sounds simple. That's all I wanted was this. But it needs to be further down. And it needs to be at a very sharp transition. Very sharp transition. I'll just go on curve, but it needs to be like 0.02. And it's further down. I would say it's like here. So I'm gonna go back to my cutter. Can we go down further, guys? All right, let's see how far. All right, that's where it's supposed to be, right here. Actually, that's not true. Here, he's the one that's in the wrong. It's actually shallow, more shallow than that. There you go. Oh, don't move. Don't. Come on. Let's just drop him down just a little bit. Right there. All right. Now I know I could do maybe some other kind of trick thingy, whatever. But that's what I needed, right? Pretty much right there. This guy can possibly. Oh no, because this is all based on him. Because I'm looking, I want more of this section here, just a little bit more of it protruding upward. So I've got to go straight to him. Oh, you're not going to give me any more? Who's controlling it? You got the cut. Oh, movement. No. Who's limiting it? No. Not him. Not him. Oh. Yeah, who is it? Lock him out because I need to find him. Not him. Him. There you go. Yeah, there it is. Yep. And now we can sync them in. Come on, dude. Where are you? Oh, that's the cut. Here you go. Now we can sync them in a little bit more. Like that. Yeah. And the main thing is, see, it's all matching. It's all matching that same ellipsoid. So if the ellipsoid screwed up, it's not the ellipsoid I want, then that's a problem. But it is the ellipsoid I want. And this is pretty much what I want. Actually, I can even go further now that I have it. Yeah. So now that I have this bad boy, How much further down can I go before I touch? Oh, right there. That's good. 0.05 on the transition. Blend transition. You see what I'm going with it, right? 0.08. Too shallow. 0.1. Yeah. It's a little, well, it's a little almost too sharp for the level of work we're doing right now, but it starts to suggest. And that's a good thing because it's got to get the mind out of the Play-Doh mode here and into like what this form actually is doing. The only thing I don't how to get out of this. I don't think we have a uniform rotation or a group rotation. I don't think so. Oh, stop that. Whoa. Put on world. I don't think this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. No, it's not gonna work. No, we don't have a group rotation. All right, so we'll keep them for right there. I think they're angled up a little bit too much, but I can't. Let me see. No, not really. Actually, they tip a little bit more forward. But I'll come back to that. This is a comeback. It's pretty much fleshed out the way I need to be fleshed out. Let's see what else happens. There's more like stacks. They're more like stacks. They're not like some kind of gun or something like that. They're like an exhausting, like a relief or release area for combustion and stuff. Yeah. So what we need to do then is go to the reason why I do a lot of parenting. So we had our hierarchical stack here just to keep things organized as we see as our stack has grown and everything like that. But let's say in this particular case where we need to just change our simple angle, and I'm going to wind up naming these guys. So we know that all of these guys down here affect his base. And then we can call him engine X. So engine exhaust. Because you know there's only one, right? Right. Okay, so he's engine X. He has a stack. And engine X, go. There you go. So now we can rotate him with all his little, in other words, once we got all the cutting done, that's the whole logic. Once all the cutting is done, then we can put them in nice parented hierarchical stack, and then we can sit there and go on local. Obviously, this is all basic stuff, but and get the angle that we, and rotate the base and get the angle we need as if there was one object, just basic parenting. But in this particular case, for as far as I know, and this stage of Conjure, there you could. I'm used to being able to, when it comes to modeling, if I want to rotate three things, I don't have to hierarchically link them. I just select them and then why to rotate them unless I'm on local. This is traditional modeling. So just something to keep in mind. All right, let's get them going on here. Because from the side, I'll use these as, this is 90 degrees. Huh, look at that angle, it's horrible. Actually, see, I shouldn't be on local. It's not local I want, it's global. It's like that. It's really like that. Yeah, it's like that. The mouth looks wider though in my design. Huh. Pull them out a little bit on the local. A little more, please. Yeah, like that. Get that ring in there. All right. Well, this is how it has to be practically. Okay. There's one thing when you put it in the drawing. There's another thing, or in the concept drawing, another thing when you have to make it actually work. Oh, if I turn this, they're not going to turn. Oh, yeah, everybody turns. Hey. It's more like that. Go inward, like here. There it is. I know. I'm just trying to get the angle on here right, so I can move forward. Yep, it sits right in there. Yeah, yeah, like that. Like that. And need... Oh my gosh. Stop nitpicking. But I can't help it because it's everything is based off of everything. So if this is off, it's going to throw everything else off. If this frontal part is off, it's going to throw everything else off. There you go. This has to come in a little bit tighter like that, which means that mini guy here, he needs to drop down a little bit more, which means the cut here needs to go in a little deeper, like that, and like that. Yeah, like that. Yeah, we'll go mini guy. I call him mini guy because he's the smallest little piece here. And I'm about to laugh because he's kind of running out of room. He needs to grow. Not running out of room. He needs to be. There you go. He needs to be a little thicker. Okay, you can't really tell. All right. All right. Yep. That looks. Yeah. Back up again. After I made those changes, bring him up a little bit. Needs to be longer. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. And that's exactly what happens because it runs this transition here. It runs really not transition, but this bevel area, or not even bevel, but the rim of this rim, it runs thin. Yeah. Yep. It runs thin. So, and that's a natural consequence. All right. That'll work. That'll work. Back out here. Yay. And then we'll say save. And then we'll put them into Engine X Cutter. Not the Engine X, but these guys, we'll put them into... We just call it Engine X. Yay. All right. And lock them out. Oh, success. Success. Of course, obviously, I would love, I mean, I can I move these around in my hierarchical stack? Let me see if I click here. Yeah. So ideally, this should match that, which I'm about to do now. So engine blocks goes top, and engine blocks, engine X goes next, just to it mirrors the outline editor when I'm looking for stuff. Mech head goes next, yeah. And what's under mech head? And then there's blah blah blah. I don't know. And pilot and radar base. And yep, they're good. And belly. We don't have any. The belly parts are not random. They're here. And the belly parts are connected to who? Mech head. We'll leave that alone for right now because there is a base in here though. Here's mech head. The base for those guys is this guy, but he may not. Is this guy? No, that's the actual cut. No. See? No. 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 You see in there? No. But we will, we'll call it belly parts. I don't know part 1 and part 2, but belly parts because that's the beginning of it. And somewhere in here, dude, where is belly parts? Yeah, they're not even doing anything. So, all right, we'll come back to these guys. That's going to be a problem. See, I just unchecked it, so I'm going to... But that falls underneath. Yeah, it falls underneath mech head anyway. All right, fine. All right, we'll come back to the belly part thingy. Although I would like to already have these guys. So let me lock out. Oh, it's who is he a part of? Oh, he's a part of engine blocks. No. He should be a part of mech head. There you go. There you go. So now, well, I'm glad I found that. So all these guys down here, should be falling under mech parts. And I need to figure out who's who. So it starts. It's going to be one long list. Nope. Yep. And can we go all the way down? Yep. So, and they're running on symmetry and there's nobody else, right? Right. No, it's like no back engine part or anything like that. So all of these are going to fall underneath belly parts here in the hierarchical stack. Yep. And I'm just going to put them all in belly parts 1. I can lock them out. Yep. And I'm going to put belly parts 2. I'll leave him alone because I think somebody needs to be in there that I don't want overlapped or something like that. But maybe he's one of the pieces I just did. Don't know. But we'll leave that alone. But I do want it like that. I do want all the belly parts in there like that. All right. And time to move on. Okay. So, and I think we can just go ahead and truncate this now that we've done that. All right. Can we just select something out of here? Thank you. All right, let's start. This has another plate. We can start with him. Shift D. I'll go with another ellipsoid shape. Is an ellipsoid shape really? No, it's not an ellipsoid shape. So hold on. It's going to be a. I'll start with him again. It's going to be. Actually, it's like a hood. It's like an arc. It's like an arc that's covering two more engine pieces here. It's an arc. That would be. Let me see, Shift D. Make sure that wasn't. Okay. All right, good. Hey, come back to me here. You're going to be. Don't worry, it's not in symmetry. I just don't want to turn off ignore symmetry. It doesn't matter. But he's a plate. He's a plate that has an arc. Slight arc. That can manipulate. Elongated. Yeah, let's go with him. All right, dude. That's the arc I want. Not that arc. All right, we do it. Ignore mirror now, right? Hilarious. Local. All right. These also be zeroed out, right? Yeah. And this is a yeah, it's like a cover for a whole bunch of shenanigans going on back here. It doesn't overlap them, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna build. We're not gonna build it right on top. I'm gonna do it here, and we're gonna go Shift D. Let me save this. See all the saving. Now that I'm not saving on my Dropbox, everything's saving properly. So, if for anybody who has that problem with Blender, if they're saving on their Dropbox box and Blender's creating the @ symbol, or you're getting the @ or you're getting that temporary error. This is when you're using like Help Saver or whatever add-on or some other saving incremental saving tool. So Shift D. The great thing about one of the great things about SDF is this is the way in which it adds and subtracts or booleans things is the way I think that most artists would expect the Boolean process to take place, and it's seamless, and it freaks them out when stuff doesn't work or when polygons go flying and all this other stuff. So very helpful. All right, and don't worry, these little jaggies and everything, that's only having to do with my resolution. So just as it once again is here, it's my scale, my race scale, so I can go 0.5 if I want. As we get smaller here, but it may cause a little more laggy for the moment, so I'm just going to come out of that. And then it's just a drawing thing. It has nothing to do with the geometry. And then from here, what we want to do is Shift D again. Same cutter guy. But this time we're just going to turn him into a rectangular shape. Yeah. Well, I'll just go with my cube, since it can be non-uniform scaled. Now, does it have side openings? I don't think so. But so we're just going to ignore that. Although somebody's going, hey, no, leave that. That's cool. Leave that. That could be something. Not this go around. And now let's. So I'm working the piece here, and then we're going to hierarchically link it. So let's go back to him, and let's bring his width out a little bit more. Let's bring him up a little bit more. Dude. Now there's another truer way of doing this too. Because it's not going to get an exact match. Stop. Let's scrunch him here and bring it up. And that's pretty close. Right there. Right there. That's pretty close. All right, so we're gonna live with that for a moment. That's coming out of Engine X, so, and that's not, and he's actually gonna be, we'll just call him Engine Plate or Engine PL. PLT. Okay. So that's you. That's you. No. Okay. Now, how did the cutters? So engine plate is here. Here are two cutters. Two cutters. Go under engine plate, please. Engine plate. All right. Save. Position. We on local? Good. No, 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 no. So go back to tell it to and nest. Tell him again. Tell him again. Tell him to nest. Go back to engine plate. Engine plate, drop in. Doo-doo. And now we can drop them in. All right. And engine plate, you know you're not that big. So let's just scrunch you up. See the parenting, see once you do all that cutting now, you can now you have all this control over that new shape you just made. So you're making shapes. That's another way of working, is making shapes, complex shapes, and then manipulating them into your form. Yeah, it's like this. It's like this. It's like this. It's like this. Yeah, because there's components underneath here, and there's components too, and I can still. Hey. Oh, you won't work. You won't work on the sizey part. Just you'll work on my rotate. Well, only because it's sized in a direction that didn't affect the actual geometry. That's fine. That's fine because it's going to sit here and it's going to sit off like this. And then there are, yep. Like this. So it's like a covering, a small covering. It has antenna stuff on it. But it starts to set it up. Matter of fact, let me put in 2 more. It's 4 tubes that are going to, and they're literally cylindrical. That will fin that are part of this section here. So let's go again, Shift D. Only because I like the location of this guy here. And they're nothing big. They're just, you guys can stay on symmetry for right now. It's fine. It's fine. Cylinder. Is it a pill? No, don't do anything like that. Just do pure, go straight cylinder. Even though I feel I should do a pill, but no. Straight cylinder. Right. Space. Hello? What are you doing that for, dude? Why'd you jump over there? T. What do you jump over there for? Space. It's not on local either. Alt S. Okay. That was weird. You guys go down. T. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Is that the right size? Pretty much the right size. And then I'm gonna leave them this size, and let's just do our these are real simple for here. Shift D. Local. And then space bar, Alt S. Okay, T key. We're getting it. Cut. This is engine, so we call it mini exhaust. Get our hierarchy going on here. Okay, save. Yep. Come on, mini exhaust. Oh, silly humans. Mini exhaust, engine, because, all right. Mini exhaust. Come on. Engine. Clicky. Nest. Back to mini exhaust again. Now we can pull them down. Yay! would be cool if I could just have like the nest buttons like right here, just as a little panel that just stays on. Or well, I like it as it is actually, right there. Or if it was right here, like in here, instead of it being like nest could be here, but then it should also repeat maybe in the properties panel. So you can just be, because since I'm clicking around to do all my, to control everything in here, then the only thing that's missing is nesting and a nesting, nesting and a nesting. And let's just position him. I'm not going to size him, just positioning him. Once again, they point upward. Let's see if I can get this right. It should fit right here, like that. But maybe they need to turn out. Like so. Yeah, like that. And then I'll put like, maybe we use a toroid, whatever it is, to suggest piping that's going to run in here. This guy can go up higher now. Maybe I'll think about making the shielding bigger. And then we got some pieces to go in there. Let me see from the back. Yeah. No, because I can still see it in my design. The shielding doesn't, the shield at, I'm being true to it. So the shielding is like down here. Protecting some other engine components. These guys protrude out because of their weld here. Or not weld, but their connection here. Let's go global just to make sure I'm rotating on the right axis here. Like so. And then it hugs in closer. Like so. It doesn't, it's protruding too far down. I'll go with a little too, ooh, that's steep. Actually, it's not as steep as it could be. No, that's about it. That's about right. 1, 2. These go up a little bit higher. Minis. Minis go up higher here. Rotate a little bit more inward. Yeah, they're more, it feels like more of a stack to them. This presses in further. Yep, right about there. Okay, so the rest is figuring out how the other components go in, and he actually, this, it doesn't touch like that. It just goes in here, here. Like so. Angle it forward a little bit more. Nope, it's gonna need some, we're gonna need some piping. And I will pull them off. Pull them off like that far. Okay. piping. We'll put a toroid of sorts. That'll be fun. All right. All right, so since we have some basic stuff here, going towards the engine, we're going to explore a little bit more with the engine area. Let's just soften up some stuff just a little bit. Would that be, no, that's for the blend, sorry. Champ. No. Okay. Well, how would the chamfer affect him? Let me see something real quick. Ooh. Oh, yeah. Okay. Just that our res is so low, so you can't see it. Let's see if I change the blend a little bit. Can you see it? How about we take it off of that? We'll leave it on the chamfer. It would look like getting kind of small here. Yeah. See, now we're getting smaller into our area. So actually, let's bring this up a bit. Let's be big and bulky, so we don't have too many size related or resolution related issues when it comes to just working on it. There you go. There you go. It's because it's a reading through multiple layers of cutters and stuff, and so graphically it starts to break down. This is just, once again, Conjure still in alpha, so it's not a big deal. Let me just see if I soften his, that's his bevel. All right, we already have his bevel. And if I soften up the transition, reduce his bevel. All right, like that. Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that for right now. And I definitely like this area back here. Right, and we'll just keep it bulky enough where we can see it. And matter of fact, let's just lengthen them out a little bit. And drop them down. I know I already adjusted it, but the good thing is we can always go back. This is the ultimate stack. Everything in that outliner is able to be edited. Every little thing. Well, we're not going to do every little thing. Yeah, I'm going to aim it up a little bit more. Are we in local? Good. No, don't move it on local. Well, yeah, because we're parented, right? So go ahead and move it on local. Yeah. Yep. More like that. Yeah. Off the body a bit. Yep. And maybe even tuck it in just a little. All right. And let's rotate it in a little bit. So it's kind of balanced in between the two, like the big piece and the small piece. There's going to be a routing here of some sort. Let's grab him and let's just, once again, this is where the parenting really matters. Bring him up here like that. And he's not supposed to cover over it. There's going to be wiring, tubing back here. So, but that's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. So good. Everybody is saving properly. I'm going to address this at, we're about to, should I add? I feel like I want to flesh this out a little bit. This hub a little bit, and then swing around, like the rhythm of it is going to, somehow the work on this piece here is going to affect what happens in this back area. So let's address that first. In the meantime, we're going to hide. We don't need this right now anymore. So we're just going to hide him. Is he in his own little, yeah, proxy moxie? Yeah. So we're just going to hide our proxy. Okay. All right, that'll work. All right. So let's deal with this hub, shall we? It's more like cylindrical shape. Yes, it is. It needs a cut. It needs a cylindrical cut. All of the blend is fine. It's not going to do anything unusual right now, but we do need the cylindrical cut it. So let's go here, Shift D. It's only going to affect him. Nest him up. And he's going to be cylinder. It's a good question. It's got some ribbing to it too. We need to do a circular duplication for that. We'll go to rim. We'll go with standard right now. Let's go cylinder. Cutaway cylinder. Nice. All right. Get us going. Let's go larger. Oopsie. Larger. And I'm not worried about the ball, the rotator. I'm not worried about that right now. I know it's not centered. I see clearly it's not centered in itself. So. But that's not what's important at the very moment. It's more of a hub. I need to arc here, so. It's not going to be that hard transition. No. All right, we can go, I think, a little bit bigger. Yeah, like that, and that sharpens it up. That lower section, I'm just seeing what If I change the size, then we get a nice rim with a clean rotator. Too sharp of a transition for what I want. Yeah, more disc-like, like that. All right. Okay. So, and then it has ribs all around, just like that, with that special sound effect to go along with it. This can't interfere. He needs to be, let's say he's only affecting this. Oh, but I understand. He's running into him regardless. So let's just take him out the equation. All right. So is he in the center of the world? No. If I generate something in the center, will it work? So that's the hub. Could I do the normal map? Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and let's do a circular array here, and then bring these bad boys up here. Yeah, that sounds good. Shift X. And then from our Shift X, let's go with trapezoids. Okay. Normal. This is normal scale here. All right, trapezoid, talk to me now. Yes, that'll work. And let's see how the mirror modifier handles this. All right. So this is more of a proof what I'm doing right now. I'm not sure what's going to work or not, but I know what needs to go into that area. How big is it? I'm staring at it. Because he's going to have to fit. Yeah, that's the right size too. Is that the right size? Yeah. Stop moving. Make them a little smaller. Okay. All right. Okay. One. I'm gonna bring it back down. I know what I need to do now. We'll go with that size. Just move them off the center a little bit like that. Save. Was it Control Alt D, Shift Alt D, circular. Oh, wait, before I do anything, Shift Alt D, circular ray, go. It's not going to do any special cut or anything like that. It's just keeping it simple. There's just going to be a raised surface on the X, on the on the Y. All right. Okay. And we need more pieces than that there, boss. Come on. 8. How about 12? Mm, 16. Okay, I'll go with 16. Yeah, and let's 16. Go, we started a new guide. That's great. Okay, and this is going called hip rib. Or fender rib. There you go. It's eventually going to get parented down into the head area. But we're good to go where we are now. Let's go on global. Take us away, whoever you are. Yeah, that's boss. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Are we way blown? No, we're not way blown. By the time you rotate it, we're going to cut it to a little big. Local. See, I want it to be like that. Yeah, yeah, and he's got to rotate. If anything, I'll make the fender a little wider if I have to. It's kind of cool how the little things on the outside. That just adds a little bit more detail. But even though it's like, it's cutting through. Yeah, I know. It's just a nice little detail. Maybe that's for something else. Maybe I'll put rivets. No, not really rivets. Something. I like that external pattern. Here it is. You sitting there like that. And then we gotta jimmy. We got jimmy around with the rest. Let's get it. Here you go. Like that. Actually, it fits perfectly. So all I gotta do is size the exterior here. All right, cool. I'm wondering if I need to rotate it. If I need to rotate it, or is it the inset that needs to change? Huh. All right, let's try to let's rotate it on its what appears to be the global. All right. Like I want. Ooh, no. Sitting too far out. Um. No, that cutter. Let's go back. Go back. That's where it's supposed to be, which means the cutter. All right, where are you, cylinder? The cylinder we're going with? Where's cylinder? There you go. Let's go local. And now who else is influencing him? Let's... Oh, I know. Is this guy is influencing him. So then let's make sure that this... I think the sphere is is influencing him. So let's just make sure that this cylinder is unnested. There you go. All right, now the cylinder's unnested. So we can bring this bad boy back a little bit, since he's digging all way too deep in there. On local, let's pull him back a little bit. Pull him back a little bit. Pull him back a little bit. Pull him back. Pull him back. That's the relief I want. But cylinder appears to be running into somebody else who's cutting here. So let's make sure. Oh. That would be the belly guy. So let's bring the belly guy in a little bit. Engine. Belly parts. And let's unlock the belly part. See, now it's going to start making sense. And we're in the wrong section. So let's go. Here we go. Yeah, okay. Let me see. Is that you? Engine blocks? No. I don't think I made one for him. All right, so let's go through it. Nutmeg head. What was it? Belly parts. Not him. Not him. Well, it's got to be one of them because he's got to be the big block. So who? Where is the big? It's sitting out by itself somewhere. Probably lower leg, hip roller. No. No. Yeah, see, it should have been in there. Shoot. Earlier block. Who are you? And just engine blocks. Who are you? It's not trap. All right, so he should have been parented in this group. Let's get everybody selectable. Somebody, let me see here. No. Here, yes. There he is. All right. You, matter of fact, all of you guys should have been in belly group. Well, he's going. That's the very first guy to go, and he's going exactly where he's supposed to go. All right. Now, let's bring him in. Now that we have a rough estimate of the space we're going to be using, like here, which frees us up now over here. And okay, so I'm going to make a group called belly group. Belly parts. And that's where those other guys are going to go eventually, but we're not going to do arrangements right now. I want to get this part in the can. Belly parts, assign. Oh, you guys can close out. There you go. Yeah. Okay. So matter of fact, I can hide belly parts now too. Oh. Proxy. Sorry, proxy. All right. Now. All right. So now, of course, this is not centered right. Maybe I just need to go ahead and move it. But let me do some more indentation stuff. It's gonna hang over a little bit. This guy has got to get a little bit larger. It's easier to make him larger than to try to deal with the individuals right now, and I don't have to. There you go. And that's it. Just one little notch. That's all it took. All right. Okay, and it's running relief. Let's pull homeboy here on global. Let's detach him real quick. And well, he needs to be detached anyway. Let's pull him up. Didn't go up there because we have a centering issue with him, so we'll address that. I need him, and I can rotate upon the world. Hold shift down, slow rotation. Here you go, right about there. I'm matching up this section with this section. That'll work. Right. Okay, and this is he's gonna fall into, this is gonna be what did I call it? Fender? It's way at the top, right? Fender rib. Oh, fender ribs. Because technically he's gonna go in that section, which is gonna, it's going to be called fender. And so he's not going to be parented under him anymore. I'll call him fender here. Fender. And fender is not parented to anybody, but fender rib is parented to fender. Yeah. And then eventually they all get parented to the overall head piece. I'll come back to that. But and then I just want to go and say fender. We just call it no, don't call the main root. Don't put the main root in there. So it would be fender ribs. Yeah, avoid putting the parent in the selections in the groups like that. So all of yous and assign. So I can lock you out when I need to, like now. Okay. All right. So now, and I'm like, yay, 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 yay. And he should actually cut, this is a cylinder. That should actually fall under fender itself. Okay. And once again, that's going to be assigned up into fender, or I'll call it fender parts instead of fender ribs parts. And that's going to be assigned in there. Yeah, let's assign them to it. It's going to disappear. Let's just pull them back again. Okay. All right. A little order here was established. That's good. Remember I said about size. So like, obviously we don't need all this. So let's, I know we just ruining our good stuff. Let's see if we can go this big and local. But it's the right angle though. There you go. All right. Happy, happy, happy. Okay, and save. Because somebody's going to wind up going here, and once again, if I don't have to, you know, creating kind of weird selection set thing, that's fine. Okay, and so he's there, and let's go ahead and make that rotator. This is pretty much what I wanted. Let me just double check. Oh, I see somebody wants to be funny. Okay. Is the fenders big enough? Are these big enough? They're not supposed to be so big. Yeah, that's good. These guys here, we're gonna do some because we just want that pattern. We could just do something really simple to cut them. Let me see. Then it's gonna be those guys. I don't think. Let me see. My instincts are telling me to do something with. Once again, let's see if we can get away with sizing him before we do with these individual pieces here. Come on, local. No. So the sizing is the only way to go on this one. me see, is it too dramatic? No, I don't think so. All right, I think that's a simpler solution. And yeah, and everybody's sitting inside nicely. What I do want to do, I do want this to be, because this can be cleaned up a little bit more with our intercut that we have going on. So, and we can clean up these transitions a little bit more. And also with this, going to be some plating suggestion, connection areas in some ways to like this fender-ish size. Matter of fact, I actually like it this size. Now I like it this size because it's a little more, has a little more impact. Matches more to my original thought. So now let's do something totally unexpected. Let's go to our cylinder. And let's shift D our cylinder. If you've seen my walkthrough on making a rim, then you may know where I'm about to go with this. Yeah, because he's already in there. Good. You may know where I'm already going with this. Sphere, please. Sphere, go. Oh, and actually this guy is going to be it's going to be interesting because if I unnest him, he's going to affect everybody. But then these guys will change up. Okay, unnest. He's going to cut off the top of here. No? Yeah, okay, good. That's actually good. Back here. Sphere. Come on. Come on. Oh, you know it's not going to be a sphere. See, the sphere cuts too deep. It's going to be an ellipsoid. And let's see, I'm trying to see if this will work. All right, on this one. I don't think I'm not in the same order I would be if I was doing a rim. To deform the whole interior, that's what I'm doing, deforming the whole interior at once. Is he facing right? Oh, he sure is facing right, y'all. That's why I like duplicating from other objects, because things are usually facing the right way. I'm not thinking about down here, about this leg. That's not a part of the equation. I'm just trying to figure out what's going to create that look. I want a bowl. And right now he's not going to do it. Where's my size? Come on, buddy. It's got to be brought down to if it's gonna work, 6 mil. If it's gonna work. Here, that's gonna. I don't know why I clicked on this one. I never use this one. Although it's always cool to see the resulting effect. Let's go with that one. Okay. Now I could say, oh, that's why